guys?
Obviously, those two quick goals. Other than that, I think we still had pretty good looks. I hit his shoulder. Then I think honestly, the score didn't really translate the whole game. I think we know they're a team that shoots a lot. They live off their shots from the D, trying to create chaos in front of that. But I think we survived that pretty good and still had looks. We just didn't find a way to get one behind the net. And then you look at the score, and all of a sudden it's 4-0. And I think you played a pretty okay road game, and it's hard to not be frustrated with that, obviously.
What do you think happened that period? Was it breakdowns, or just did they do something, you think, or what was the difference in that period?
I mean, it was miscommunication by us on a 3-on-3 rush, and then they score one on the power play. And I think those are easy mistakes to eliminate, and then you kind of lose the momentum of the game. But you just got to find a way to still get a gritty goal.
Did you like the way you guys kind of responded in that third period and kind of pushed at the end?
Yeah, but it's obviously hard to push when you're down 4-0. I think we still didn't give up on it. I think that's a big positive. We stayed together as a team, and maybe that's something to take away from the game.
How frustrating is it, like tonight, Washington and Philly both lost? Is it frustrating to not gain any traction and just catch up to those guys a little?
For sure. We have our season on the line right now, and we can't really find ways to dominate games and be a force. And luckily, for some reason, other teams are missing out on the opportunity, and it's still up to us. And we just gotta, wake up pretty soon and just be the team that we definitely can be, that everybody saw in the past in us this year. And I think then we're hopefully on the right track.
These two games this weekend, how do you turn it around here?
A great opportunity with an afternoon or early game in Florida. A team that's always tough to play against, but I think we've shown that we can beat them, especially in their rink. And that will be a big step in the right direction, I think. If we get 2 points out of that building.
That second period, Benny, what happened?
Yeah, they're a good team. They capitalize on their chances. Like I said, they're a team contending for a Stanley Cup right now. Know how to play. Been playing that way for a long time. A lot of dangerous players over there. You give them a couple chances to put it in the net, they're going to do it. And obviously, we didn't capitalize on ours.
When you look at kind of the way that you guys were kind of, the way it went after they scored twice earlier in the second, is there a deflation that's happening? What did you see?
I just think it's tough when we're having a hard time finding the back of the net, knowing how hard we're working, we're playing the right way, we're doing a lot of good things defensively. Nashville, Washington, those are really good games for us. Just putting the puck in the back of the net's tough for us right now. At times during this year, it's felt like it's going to be never-ending for us putting in the back of the net, but right now it's tough, and we got to find a way to get a couple greasy ones and get going.
What is your concern level, at this point after
the what, sorry?
The concern level.
You know what? I think our game is really trending in the right way. Like I said, I like Nashville a lot. I liked Washington a lot. Tonight, a little tougher. It's a top-flight team we're playing against. I wouldn't say the concern level's high. We like the way our game is going right now, and we know the goals will come. So keep doing what we're doing.
How frustrating is it when you see like Washington and Philly both lost? It's like you guys just can't get that traction, it seems like, or something.
Yeah, we still got 9 games here to go. It's every night's important. Every night we treat it like a playoff game. Like in playoffs, it's not always going to go your way. You're going to get down in series, down in games, and you just keep plugging away, and that's what we're doing here.
And when you guys are going through these hard times mentally, how do you just stay on top of where you guys want to be and know where you can be?
I don't know that we think of it as a hard time. I think of it as an important time of the year. This is great. These are great games for, a lot of young guys to be playing in right now. Simon Evanson was awesome tonight. And it's experience for these guys, and it's something that they'll use as they go forward, as we go forward as a team, and I wouldn't say we're too worried about it. We're just focused on the next game.
That second period.
Yeah, it's probably an extension of the first. Actually, I'm glad we got out of the first. And again, I know the shot volume is extremely lopsided, but that's them. If you look at the underlying numbers in the first, it was not that bad. We're probably even with grade A chances. We're the team that had the looks at the end of the period. We had 2 right on the doorstep. Obviously, we'd like to steal the period. We didn't. And then a little breakdown on the track in the second. They scored in the power play, and unfortunately got away from us a little bit. But we actually had some looks in the second too. And you got to give Anderson some credit. I mean, we could have came out of that period with much better fates. Appreciate the guys' effort in the third, try to build our game a little bit. We knew we were going to be up against it tonight. Not only where our lineup was, but to have it happen to you right before the game, it's a bit of a stinger. That's a tough team to play 11 forwards with because of the pace they play at. You probably could have done more to give ourselves a chance, but you know, you got to look back at this, and there was some opportunity in this game. But it's one game. Fortunately, we got some luck around the league, which credit to the people around that line. We haven't had that. So it's one game. We knew we were going to be up against it and move on from it. Hopefully give ourselves a chance Saturday.
What's supposed to happen on that backtrack on the first goal?
We duplicated on it. The D slid. Rath should have took the backdoor guy. So if you can see in the split second, and it happens quick, that's why you middle lane drive, but you had Rath and Benny basically covering the driver and leaving the most dangerous guy on the weak side. So it happens. We're usually pretty good with the tracks. It's a misplay. Unfortunately, that's the goal that got him going.
How frustrating is it when you see Philly and Wash lose, and it's like, it's happened a few times, I guess, the last couple of weeks, and you just can't get that. Just can't gain any traction or whatnot.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and again, it's under the circumstances, we probably needed Carolina's B game, and unfortunately for 36, 37 minutes, we got their A game, so a little credit to them. But yeah, it's frustrating, but again, it's about hanging in the fight, and we're still there. We know this is going to be a tough road trip. It doesn't get any easier. We're at Florida, we're at Tampa, 2 places very difficult to win in. I'm comfortable and confident. I think we'll do well on home ice down the stretch. We got to get there in the next 2 games.
What do you need to see in the next 2 games to make you feel good about that?
Probably where we were in Wash, probably where we were in Nashville, probably where we were stretches tonight, where we're having a good team game, we're predictable, we're north. Again, it's a lopsided score, but I don't think the underlying numbers are going to be that awful. Anderson was sneaky good. He made some really big grade A saves. So they were better tonight. They got what they deserved. But there were some moments throughout the night I think we can build on.
How concerned are you with your shutout? I mean, Cyril and Freddie have both been good.
Both really, really high-end goalie performances. We could have came out of both those games, obviously more offense. But when that happens, you just got to do more to generate. When goalies are feeling and goalies are seeing it, you just got to be harder around them. We've struggled with Bob on Saturday. I'm sure we'll get him. It's going to be the same thing. We got to just get to that area a little bit more. I think our volume of shots, I'm a little encouraged with. I don't know what our shot volume was tonight, but it wasn't 76 that we had in Washington. We got to get more pucks than that. This time of year, the way these teams are defending, you're not going to get much on the rush. You got to create from the ozone. You got to get pucks to the net.
Were you surprised by Kaner and Sarnik? I mean, were you kind of thinking they were going to...
No, this has been going through our team.
Yeah.
I kind of alluded to the other day. We've been fortunate not to lose bodies, but we've had our entire team really sick of late, and it hasn't really affected us. This is one, it finally caught up to us. So everyone goes through it. We happen to be going through it now.
Where do you think you're at psychologically at this point?
That's a great question, because I think it was some positive, even the chatter after the second, even the performance in the third. I know you're up 4-0, it's human nature. They didn't have their same game in the third that they had in the first 2 periods, but we were doing things good. In some ways, we felt like we might have won the period, considering it's on the road. So, again, I still think they're in the fight, they're in the battle. They knew this was going to be tough. I think there's a little help on the psyche that those teams were chasing, lost tonight. Reimer.
Alex, I mean, you need somebody to step to the forefront, basically.
Yeah, it's tough because we're not scoring enough goals. I think there's obviously goals like tonight. There's even some I think Reimer would want back. Alex would say the same thing on Saturday. Of course, this time of year we need everyone at their top, and obviously we need a goaltending too. But I've actually been very pleased with both of those guys. I'm comfortable that those guys are giving us everything they can and giving us a chance every night.
Thanks, Stuart.